Oh, hi there, and welcome back to Minecraft. We're here in the solo survival world. We're playing at Java 1.18, and this is episode 10. Now, so far this series we've been doing quite a lot of stuff, preparing, and not really doing anything to actually build the base. We've got a little bit started, but not a lot. But we've mainly been focusing on farms, so we're gonna continue doing that because we've still got lots more to do, unfortunately, guys. But before we do, let's just have a quick recap of some of the stuff we've already built and just see how everything's getting on and all the farms are producing real quick. So first off, the villager breeder is currently switched off. We've removed the beds because we've got way too many villagers. But these guys, they're doing well, and we get some trades out of them as well. So that's pretty good. And speaking of the villagers, we obviously have the Emerald Farm here, or as some would call it, the Villager Trading Hall, which has got loads and loads of items. We've got books galore, everything you can think of. It's yeah, really good. And this guy is living here still, apparently. Sugarcane Farm is looking awesome. We need to obviously decorate this still. I've been taking your ideas on board, but unfortunately need to get some materials first of all. But we've got a fair bit of sugarcane building up. That's awesome. And our potato farm is producing lots of potatoes. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your hard work. The sheep are staying out of trouble, and yes, that's on the to-do list. Big to-do list. Big to-do list. The cow crusher seems to be working quite well as well. I definitely didn't kill them. That's not my fault. But you know, we've got some leather, we've got some beef, so that's cool. And the iron farm we built in episode 5 is performing really well. Yes, I think I might just take some of that as well with me. Our storage area definitely needs to be improved. At the moment, we've just got a bunch of random chests in this little cave. But yeah, that's the job for another day. And just remember as well, when we first got here, all of this and all of that up there, that was a massive jungle. That's all gone. So we've now got a decent amount of wood and leaves and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll have to work on this later on. And while I'm here, I just want to have a look at this. I really like this style, and I'm hoping to sort of spread out across the rest of the base with this later on. And like I say, the theme is ancient, old, lost and forgotten, so we're going to be looking at making all of this look like it's overgrown and lost in time. I think there will be more trees put back in later, but obviously we need to build our stuff first of all. Really liking our main nether portal. I think that looks really cool. Definitely want to be building more stuff around here at some point, but yeah, I'd say we've just got lots to do, and it's just what order do you do stuff in? And the intention is this is going to be a little pond or lake, and the water will probably going to flow down there into waterfall down towards here. So yeah, that's on the to-do list. I should probably actually write a to-do list at some point and put it on a wall somewhere. Would that be an interest? I do really like the way that the buildings or the walls are starting to come together. Once this spreads out, we're obviously going to be doing the same thing down here, around there, all around there, and then we're putting buildings around like the farms, etc. So it's going to come together eventually. It's just one thing at a time, guys. One thing at a time. And then if we head underground, we've got our amethyst farm. This one is very manual, but you know, it produces quite well. We've obviously got our strip mine, which is great for resource collection. The only thing it doesn't really get is coal, so we need to work on that separately. And of course we've got our cave spider spawner, which we've turned to a farm, and obviously we still need to decorate the outside of it, but do you know what, this is working pretty well. We're just basically using this as an XP farm at the moment. As a byproduct, we're obviously getting lots of spider eyes and cobwebs, but you know, this works. This is really good. I'm liking this. Nice little recap there for anyone that's not been with us from the start. And then in the last episode we went out to try and find a slime chunk, and we actually found one, so that's what we're going to be working on today. This one right here, that's a slime chunk. There might be others, but that one definitely is. So we're going to start working on a slime farm because well, we're going to need some sticky pistons, so we need to get this down. Now, just to bring everyone up to speed, the way that slimes spawn in a slime chunk, they need to be level 40 or below in the y-axis. So you've got level 34 we're currently standing at. So we've got a bit of room above us and lots of room below us. Obviously, we now go down to what, -64 now in 1.18 as opposed to 0. So we've got some digging to do. We've got to go up, we've got to go down, we've got to go everywhere. And yeah, I think it's time for a time lapse. Okay, so that's as high up as I need to go. I've also gone ahead and moved all the fences so they're just outside of the border. Obviously, we will need to dig in one direction, not quite sure which direction yet, to do some stuff outside the farm, 3 blocks that way or whatever. So we'll figure that out in a bit. But I kind of want to go down. I've done the easy part. I've got to go down, figure out the hard part, and then work out where everything can go, and then I'll work out which side I want to go from there. I obviously will have to come back and put some layers in for the slime farms, but that's easy enough to do. We can do that later. And that is all done. I worked out this is approximately 23,000 blocks, so yeah, this was quite a big project. I worry that this isn't a slime chunk now, if I'm honest. I'm a bit panicky. I feel like we need to test this again. I know we did test it before, but I feel like it's good time to do it one more test before we work on the next part. So in order to make sure that this actually is a slime chunk, we need to allow slime to spawn somewhere down here. And to do that, we need to be at least a minimum of 24 blocks away from them, and no further than 128 blocks away. But we got to factor in the fact that we've spent a long time here, and there's probably, as much as we have lit up the caves around it, there's probably some mobs that hang around. It's probably affecting the mob cap, and also on the surface. So we should probably leave the chunks, let them despawn, and then come back and give this a whirl. Yeah, these guys probably aren't going to be helping the mob cap. So yeah, we've got to get rid of these and make some space for our precious slimes. Bye. Oh, and as we move away from the slime chunks, let's have a look at the names of the villages, because these are all named, and as you can see, some of them may seem familiar because I've started to name them after people that comment on my videos, and there's no particular order. It's just whoever's names I see that I've not already done when I'm going through looking. So I will continue to do this as we go on, just so that we can keep giving these all unique names. So if you haven't seen your name there and you want to be on one of these, all you have to do is just comment on a video, any one of my videos, and if you're at the top of the list when I go to do it, your name can appear in this room. Thanks. Oh, and subscribe if you haven't already. It may only be a little one, but we have a slime here, so confirmed this is definitely a slime chunk. Now, this is a win for two reasons, because A, we know that this definitely is a slime chunk, so we didn't do this in vain. But B, we also know that slimes spawn all the way down here at Y59, so this is going to be quite a good farm by the time we do it. Now, as I said before, we need to go a little bit one way or the other, and I'm thinking... Where's my door? I'm thinking go this way because we've already dug out some of those bits, so I'm going to dig out maybe 3 or 4 blocks extra down there, and then we can start working on the platforms. Diamonds! Worth it! I can't tell you how many times I had to repair my pickaxe during this build, but do you know what? It's totally worth it. Okay, so that's all done. This is our slime chunk. This is not our slime chunk. You can see the lines there, that depicts a different chunk. So this one is going to be our collection chunk, and to do that, I've gone ahead and got some materials. So we're going to need some magma blocks, we're going to need some water, we're going to need some chests and some hoppers. And basically, we want to collect stuff here. Now, we've got bedrock here, so this is as low as we can go to get nice flat. So we're going to have to make this the lowest. And I think I'm going to have a collection over this side. So, yes, well, whoops. So what we'll do is we'll basically some magma blocks here, and let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. So we need 8 there, and then we want 8 there because height-wise, we're going to use water, and water only goes 8 blocks. So yeah, the space down there it's kind of wasted. We almost didn't need to actually bring it out, but you know, I like a challenge. So yeah, that's that. And then we need to have water, and well, we're going to need to block this off as well. Actually, you know what? Actually, I don't want anything spawning down there, so let just fill that in, and then we've got no problem. And then we're going to need a line across here, just so that the water does not escape, and then we'll do the same down to there, and perfect. I'm not really bothered about how this looks per se, because ouch, because we're not really going to be down here. We're just going to be collecting stuff. So once this is done, we need to add the water. Ow, 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 water, crouch. Ow, 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 water, crouch. Do you know what? There's a sign for a reason. Right, and there, and then we can water there. Brilliant. So that will basically flows the water all the way down, and that's going to be our collection system. So in actual fact, this down here, again, this is wasted. We're going to need to build this in. What a waste of time. And that's it done. So we've had to fill in every single block, 16 by 16, 4 blocks high, because even if we leave one block free, a baby slime can spawn in there, and that's going to affect the rates that we want to spawn in here. So yeah, that was a little bit of a waste of time, but like I say, if I didn't do it, for all I know, there could have been caves under there, so it had to be done. It had to be done. So the collection system is fairly straightforward. I've got 3 hoppers here, each leading into a double chest, and we've got some extra double chests over here for bulk storage. So we'll have to, once in a while, come over here, take out the stuff, move them over, blah, 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 blah. That shouldn't be too much problem. We've got some half stabs here so that the little baby slimes don't get through, so they can't get out. So, but all the stuff should hopefully land in there. That's the plan anyway. Let's test the theory and throw some items. They're flowing in, and I think they went into the chests. Excellent, yeah, that works. Brilliant, that's good. So, we have the first platform here, which is where the slimes will spawn initially. Let's just light it up, just make sure nothing else comes in here, and we'll come back and fix the lighting later. But we've got that, and then we're going to need a 3 space gap, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to need another one there, and that's going to be our next platform. And then we're basically going to do that, rinse and repeat, all the way up. Not sure how many platforms, and then we'll see what we're working with. Okay, so we're currently standing at Y level 41, as you can see up here. Now, slime stops spawning at Y level 40, so this is as high as we can go. Which means this one here is Y level 37. This is our lower or highest platform that's usable. And yeah, we've got everything working. So if we just have a ganders down here, we've got quite a lot of platforms. I decided to change it to stone in the end because I didn't like the way the deep slate looked. It all depends on which direction you stand and where you click on the block to where it places. It's got very monotonous, so I decided, yeah, this is easier. So yeah, we've got this is it. We've got 3 torches in each layer, and if you can come down here, you can see obviously we've blocked off here so that we've maximised the amount of space that we can use as well. But if we just come down layer by layer and just pick a random one, this one for example, we've got some torches there. Now the torches, that's an issue. It's not a major issue, but it is an issue because, hello slime, that block where the torch is sitting, the slime can't spawn, so it does reduce the amount of spawns available. Deal with you. Thank you. So yeah, okay, well there's good proof as well that the actual slime farm is working. The only thing is, as you can see there, that the guy just sits there and doesn't do anything, so we're going to need to sort of lure him out. Any more? And if we just come all the way to the bottom, let's just have a look. We've got 13 slime, but there are already 9 in there and 7 in there. That's just by building this. That's not bad. And considering we've got nothing sort of to encourage them to come to the edge, that's really good. Now, for anyone asking, I wanted a step-by-step tutorial on how to build this. What's the exact levels you build? To you, I say, well, it depends on the world you're in, because obviously we based it on where the lowest level was that we didn't have bedrock, and that varies in world to world. So there's no point me telling you exactly what levels each of these are. Just go from the lowest one and then go up. You got to make sure there's 1, 2, 3 gaps, and then on the 4th gap, that's where your next platform is. So essentially, each platform is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 apart. So you've got 1 there, 1, 2, 3 gap, and then 1 there. That's it. You're just going to rinse and repeat all the way up. But let's say, there's no point trying to copy this and go for that exact block, because your bedrock might start 1 block lower than mine. You get me? Hello? That's good timing. I was just explaining how this... Excuse me. And right, okay, we got 2 guys. This is a good little farm, you know, guys. But we need to fix the lighting because the lighting is going to cause an issue for us. So I think it's time for a little side project, and we'll let these guys just do their thing for a moment. Okay, so side project time. I think this one we need to work on a melon and pumpkin farm, and I figured why not build it here. We've already dug up the space. We're close enough to the slime farm, so we can get that working in the meantime. And let's just get on with this. So this is going to be quite a large farm. It's going to be an entire chunk, but we need one rail per block down here. So we're going to start with the basic ones, and then we'll add the pad rails once we know the spaces. Okay, so that's the full chunk worked out with all the rails, and over here we've basically done the same on both sides. We've just got a line cut out down there with a bunch of redstone torches, so we can basically put our stone above it and make it all redstone-y powered rails. So bosh, 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 like that. Now when with a minecart on there, that should go all the way around and back and forth without really making much of an issue. Okay, so we can place the minecart hopper down, and here we go. It's working. Now, as you can see, we've actually added a third layer in the middle because I've tested this before, and yeah, it just stopped just before getting to all the edges, so it's a little bit too close. So fix that up, and that's going around. As you can see, it's going all the way around, and it's coming towards this area. Now, this is our collection system. It's fairly straightforward. You see, there's a rail going up here onto some hoppers, which the hoppers then lead into this chest. Underneath this chest, there's a couple more hoppers, which lead into these chests. So we've got some extra storage, and basically, well, you'll see in a second, this is going to come around here, and there's nothing in it at the moment, so it's going to go in and then go straight back. So that's done. But we've got this little system here, so we've got a comparator facing that direction, we've got a repeater facing that direction, we've got a redstone torch facing on there, and we've got some redstone blocks. So what that does is, if something is in there, it will then stop the minecart, and it basically says, hey, hang on, I want to empty you before you go off. So let's just try that. I plonk you down there, and I stick those in there, and push away. That's going to come over here, and it should stop. There you go. That's now filling up these chests. Lovely jubbly. So now the collection system's sorted, we needed to work on the rest of it. So I've gone ahead and put loads of dirt on the top, and the really difficult, well, the mundane part of actually going along here, we've got a bunch of pistons, we've got a bunch of observers, and I'll show you how it works. Every other block, there's a piston pointing down towards there. These are a real pain to put in if you do the dirt first, just a FYI. But then next to them is the observer painted down, so if we take this off, you can see the little dot facing this way. Thank you very much, I'll have that back. And then a redstone dust on top, and then it's sort of this sort of pattern all the way along. So that's a lot. I've done. You don't need to do that many, to be honest with you, but I've done a fair bit. And then we've gone ahead and this is how I get underneath it, apparently. We've gone ahead and put a few blocks around here. So just to show you, we've got waterlogged stair there with a light source next to it. Now we've got these spread out. I think I'm going to need a few more over this way, so I'll add a few more, and then we can get the seeds planted. If we pop one maybe here, this could work. So we get the stair, that will get picked up by the thingy, don't worry about that. And then we want that, and watch out so it gets splattered. And we'll do the same over here, and we'll just rinse and repeat a few times. And this is now all set up. You can see we've got some glass around the outside, so we can see what's going on. And I can see there's actually some stuff in there. That is collecting some stuff. So we have melons already. We don't have pumpkins, but they come in. The pumpkins seem to take a little bit longer to grow. But once they're done, we're going to use them, and we're going to turn them into jack-o'-lanterns. And this is there we go. We've got our first pumpkin. Yay! Jack-o'-lantern time. And of course, the reason for jack-o'-lanterns is because they can sit in nicely in the blocks, so they don't take up a space above like the torch would. So that's a smaller block. This one's not. Big difference. So we need to do that across the board and down every single layer. I've done the first layer, and I'm just going to use the basis from there and say, okay, well we're going to go directly below it. So that's what we're going to do. Rinse, repeat until we get to the bottom. So the final thing we need to do once we've got all the pumpkins in place is we need to make a way to encourage the slimes to come down here and fall into our trench, and that's pretty straightforward as well. So all we need to do is come to the edge of the trench on the slime side and just make a bit of space. So we need to dig out a 3x3 space. Obviously this one's at the top, so I'm going to need to sort of make a little compartment in the back there, so that's fine. Then once we've got our 3x3 hole, we just need to fill it in with a couple of things. So if we just double jump over, lovely jubbly, we can get some iron, we can get a carved pumpkin. Like that. We got an iron golem, and we got an achievement. Ouch. But we need to do that. We need to do it lots of times, so we need to do it there, one there, one there, one there, one there, all the way down. And what that's going to do is when a slime spawns in that layer, it's going to see this guy and think, oh, hang on, I want to kill that guy. It's going to come over and it's going to fall into the trench. And we'll see that as we go along. But I'm going to rinse, repeat, I'm going to do that a few more times, and let's get this done. And we're done. So we've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, too many to count. Lots and lots of iron golems hiding behind the fence posts with the torches in there, keeping them nice and light, and yeah, all the way down. So that should keep it busy. And we've added some glass here, as you might notice. Main reason for that is we want to be able to see what's going on there, but we also don't want a slime getting out of here. So obviously beforehand we had just a little stone, they would get out, and it could be an issue. And more importantly, we don't want them coming down this little hole when we're collecting resources, because then they're not in the farm, so that's no use to anyone. So as you can see, this guy has just spotted the golem. He's fallen down because he's too stupid to stay on the platform. But the golem's whacked him. He's gone down, and he's toast. He's now our bread and butter, and we're going to be using him for slime balls. And there might be a few more coming down, but yeah, that's pretty good. You can hear one. There's one coming. Okay. See, he's getting there. The iron golem knocks him off, and he falls in. But if it's a smaller one, they'll just go straight over. The big ones might touch there, but the golem will soon sort them out. Not to worry, not to worry. We're getting quite a few spawns down here, so that's pretty good. I'm liking the volume. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, there's a fair few. There's a fair few. There's a fair few. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think we can start working on some more interesting projects now. But unfortunately, we are just about out of time today. So if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And obviously tell your friends about it too, because if you like it, there's a good chance they will too. But as always, I've been Geekys Gamer. You've been awesome, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.